We are almost to Friday, but unfortunately Friday is going to come with yet another red flag warning for all of southern New England. This is because we are bringing breezy conditions back into the equation. Very dry air, relative humidity could be as low as 20%. That's incredibly dry air. Obviously the ground very dry at this point. Lots of fuels to increase those fires, and of course the wind would help it to spread and make it tougher to put out. So you need to be extremely cautious with anything. Just a couple of tips, and a lot of this is common sense. I think most of us probably play by these rules, but obviously extremely careful at any open flames. It's great wet weather, cold nights. We like to have the bonfires, and some of us love to go outside in shorts and flip-flops and do grilling. I don't know anybody who does that personally. I'm just saying, I know you're out there. No, I love to do that as well. But if you have a charcoal grill, these embers, they can fly away. They can be transported by that wind and can start a little brush fire if you are not careful. So completely need to make sure that if you are handling an open flame, it is completely extinguished when you are done with it. And again, it is not recommended at this point. Still many spots, many municipalities having burn bans, state bans as well across the entire Northeast, depending on where you are. Just make sure you know the rules in place before you start going down that road. So here's our rainfall deficits with the drought monitor in the background. Obviously, Massachusetts largely in a severe drought at this point, mostly a moderate drought for Rhode Island. Southeast Mass really the exception, where it has not been as dry. They also don't require as much water. They get a lot of that ocean influence there, but trending in the wrong direction if things don't change soon. 7-inch plus deficit for Providence, Boston nearing a 7-inch deficit, almost a 9-inch deficit up into Worcester. Now, the interesting thing about all of this, when you look at the year to date, pretty close to the normals. Only about 3/4 of an inch below, or of a deficit up in Boston. Look at Worcester, you're very close to zero, not having a deficit or a surplus. The wild thing is, look at Providence. Still, even with this incredible drought that we've had this fall, still just shy of a foot surplus for the 2024 year. And that is a testament to how wet it was. For the first 6 months, even into the late summer, it was still wetter than average, and incredible to still have that surplus at this point. So as we look through the overnight here, a lot of cloud icons, no rain icons. We will see increased cloud cover overnight, but still going to be dropping down into the 30-degree mark, probably even the upper 20s in some spots. Why is that? Well, a lot of this cloud cover is sort of higher cloud cover. It's not low cloud cover that would keep those slightly, relatively warmer temperatures in place. The sunshine is back tomorrow. We should warm it up a little bit more. We'll be out of the 40s at least. So, that just kind of gives it away that we are not going to somehow take advantage of any of this rain. This storm system is going to dive south of us before it reaches us. So we're just getting the clouds from that. Then the other end of the spectrum here, we've got a retrograding low out. See, that's starting to spin back towards the Canadian Maritimes. But that too is going to miss us as it starts traveling north. Look at all the rain up here on the northern side of the low, and it passes away from us without giving us any rain. The one thing that we do get in the wake of this is now a tight pressure gradient and very breezy conditions expected this weekend and into the start of next week. So that likely means that some degree of fire weather risk is going to come along, and likely comes with red flag warnings for probably at least through Tuesday here. Temperatures warming up slightly into the low 60s, so it'll feel pretty comfortable in this stretch. We have plenty of sunshine along the way. Our next chance of rain does not come until probably late Thursday or early Friday. It is looking a little promising. I haven't said that lately, right?
Yes.
I haven't used that word, promising.
That's much promise
next
coming out
week
of the
is
weather.
looking like, I still can't wrap my head around the scenario of how not one system missed us, but another system missed us, almost like Mother Nature's toying around with us at this point. We just need the rain, and oh boy, I'm hoping that those words will come true and it will turn out to be promising later next week.